What's up, YouTube? This is your Bro Trucker, and I'm gonna try this live feed out, see how this is going. See if anybody's let me see if I can share this out. Share. Oh, I can. Sharing this out, yo. Live now on YouTube. Let's see. One more. One more. Anyways, how y'all guys doing? Anyways, I wanted to come on here and just speak what's going on with me. What's going on with me today? And here's a little bit of the backstory. I'm scheduled. I'm scheduled, or I said, you know, I wanted to be home today, and I was a little bit flexible with, you know, my request, and I said, you know, let's go back home. Just depending on the money, you know, depends how, you know, the loads line up, and, you know, so I can go home for a decent price or whatever. And so I go home for a decent price, and of course everything was lining up pretty good. And they said, oh, okay, you know, you're gonna get this load from Georgia going up to New York so that you can go home, and it's paying, you know, pretty good. And it was a load of watermelon. So I was like, oh yeah, awesome. So anyways, I go pick up this load. By the time they finish loading me, I get the bill lading, and on the bill lading it says, like, it's due, the appointment time is for tomorrow, like when I picked it up on Thursday. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make that don't make no sense, you know. I'm like, I'm in Atlanta. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it, you know. And I said, so put it up for the next day. And then whatever, I bust chops. I get down here to Walmart distribution center here in New York, and before that happens, I noticed the guy had made a change on the paper, and I don't know if he like wrote it down or anything, you know, if he like had to call, because just because you make a change on the paper doesn't mean that's what's gonna actually happen, like the appointment time. And so out of curiosity, I call, you know, the Walmart, and I give them my load number. I'm like, I want to know what the appointment time is set up. And they say this load is supposed to be delivered 2 days ago. And I'm like, okay, so what's my appointment time? Like, you don't have an appointment. It's set as 2 days before. And mind you, I'm like on my way. I'm already in Virginia when I hear this information. So I'm like, I'm kind of upset right now, because like, these guys, they call you, the brokers, they call you to find out, you know, where you're at and all this other information. Like, sorry, they call, you know, they call you to, you know, where are you at with this load, what time you get out of there, you know, and they call you all this stuff, but they don't call to see if the fucking time the appointment is set up, you know. And it's like, that pissed me off. That really irked me off. And well, let's see. After after the appointment time was set up, The appointment time never got set up, and I called them, and it's already Friday. It's Friday afternoon, like around 5 o'clock. So everybody's just about leaving home for the long weekend for 4th of July or whatever, and they were like, you know what, I can't get a hold of anybody. We're gonna take care of this first thing in the morning. Just head over there. I'm like, okay. So I drive. I get here first thing in the morning. To Atlanta. I mean, from Atlanta to New York. And after I get here, without no fail, I pull up to the line at Walmart. They're like, your appointment time was yesterday. I'm like, yeah, but you know, I picked up yesterday. So what are you saying? Like, you know, like I will unload the truck myself. Like, I'm just trying to go home because this load was getting me home. This load, like, as soon as this load was done, I only had 2 hours to drive and get my ass home. And mind you, I get there and that's what they tell me, and they said, okay, well, the guy's over on the phone, like he's speaking on the intercom. He said, yeah, we're booked. We're not gonna take you today. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You know? And it's just insane, man. It really is insane. You know, that they dropped the ball on this, like, you know, and finding out it was the shipper's fault that, you know, they didn't set up an appointment time or reschedule the appointment time. It's just bugged out, you know, because ultimately this affects you as a driver. You know, everybody's going home on the weekend, you know, but guess what, you still out on the road, you still fucking in the parking lot and just waiting, you know, because these guys decided to, you know, not book your appointment time, and it affects you ultimately. You know, it doesn't really affect them, you know, and it's just bugged out. The owner op, you know, you're making a lot of good money, you know, but the problem is just like with that money comes like a lot of responsibility, and it's like this is a watermelon load, and had it been any other load, I would have been home already, because if they wouldn't take me, I'd just go home. But because it's a watermelon load and I have a dry van, the problem is that this load is gonna perish, right? It's a perishable load, and so now it could fall back on me, because if I go home and they send me a message like, hey, they're gonna load you right now, head over there, and my ass is all the way, you know, 2 hours away, and they don't decide to take me or whatever the case is, it falls back on me if these melons go bad. So like, there's no fucking winning, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's funny, it made me think about, like, everybody wants to be a boss until, like, and that's a broker right there. Hello? Hello?
Hey, it's Troy at Matson. Have you talked to Raul? Did they get you unloaded?
No.
Has Raul talked to you?
No, yeah, I mean, Raul hasn't gotten any word back from the shipper.
When's the last time you talked to Raul?
Like 15 minutes ago.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, did it...
Let me call Raul.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, man. My fault, guys. So that was, you see, that was a broker right there, and that was another broker that was calling, you know, saying if I was unloaded. Man, I fucking wish I was unloaded. Like, it's bugged out. Anyways, so I showed up here at 8 in the morning right now, and it's like 6:41 right now. So like, I already wasted, you know, this day's wasted. Anyways, back to the story, right? So the problem is with this load, it could perish. You know, I have a dry van, and once I start sitting and the sun is beating on the, you know, beating on the box and the trailer, it's just gonna get hot, and then these melons are just they're gonna spoil. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest issue with this fucking load. because now if those melons get bad, then it's now it's like an insurance claim, and fucking whose fault it was, and who didn't show up, or this, that, the third, and who's not getting paid, or who's gonna pay for this load, and then I gotta drive to somewhere to like get these watermelons off because Walmart's is gonna reject the load, and they're not gonna take it, and so it's just all this bullshit, all this BS for this load. And it's crazy because this load was the one that was supposed to get me home, and it's like I had everything planned out. And you can come out here and you can plan out your week. You literally could plan out your week to the T, and like just know you think that you're gonna do all these things, but then some shit like this happens, and it's like it's just bugged out, man. This is one of the ugly truths about trucking, man. Like it really is. The little shit like this that could hold you back, and this would piss me off too if I was on the road. But it pisses me off even more because it's holding me back from going home. Because if I drive home and nothing comes of this, if I drive home and then they say, hey, go deliver this load right now or whatever, I'm like, well, you got to give me like 5 hours, and then Walmart's not gonna decide to take me in, and then like it falls back on me, and then I don't get paid for the load. So that's a problem. That's a big ass problem, and it just sucks. I really try to control the amount of money that I was gonna make this week, and still like being making some decent money, even still kind of going home, and it doesn't work out. It really is. It didn't work out this time. Maybe next time it might work out, but it didn't work out this time, and that's the fucking problem. And whatever, I guess like I came on here, I wanted to speak about this kind of situation. If you find yourself in a situation, it's like now I gotta start calling everywhere to see if my appointment time is even set up. It's like you start from driving the truck to like doing everybody else's job to make sure if the truck is loaded correctly, to call in to confirm they booked your fucking appointment, all these little things, you know what I mean? It's just like, man, it doesn't end. You're doing more than one person's fucking job, and it's just bugged the fuck out, and nobody could take like some responsibility, or just dropping the ball on some shit like this, Anyways, enough about that. It's just bugged out. You think you're gonna go home, and a lot of these companies, these mega carriers, you're gonna find out that when you go home, it's a fucking problem. It's not always a problem, but you're gonna see that it's a problem. They can't find your load, and then when they find your load, then the unload time is this day, and this, that, the other. And there's so much level and layers of all this shit, you know what I mean? And it's really hard to be in control of it, and so everybody wants to be owner op, until it comes to be, until it comes the time to do owner op shit, where it's like you have to wait, because if I was a company driver, I would have just been like, fuck this, I'm going home, and then the company would have had to pay, the company, it would have fell back on the mega carrier or the company or whatever, that they would have did an insurance claim and this and that and third, and it could have ended up really badly. It could end up really, badly, but like as a company driver, you don't give a fuck about this shit, you know what I mean? As an owner op though, like I care about this because like it depends on who's getting paid for the load, if you're getting paid for the load or not. And it's just crazy because I should be in Canada right now, enjoying the festivities for Canada Day, and up with with my wife and friends and shit. But here I am, fucking sitting at this parking lot, waiting for a call to say, okay, you're ready to get unloaded, or you know what I mean. So who knows? I could be sitting. It's Saturday today. I could be sitting whole day today, possibly tomorrow, Worst case scenario, Monday. And this was supposed to be my vacation. This was supposed to be my time off. I was supposed to be on the road again on Thursday, so I could make some money for the week or whatever. So it wasn't a complete loss. And now it's like I'm gonna have to take my time off because I haven't even got my time off yet, and I'm just gonna have to go home for a full week. It is what it is, and that's the struggle. That's the struggle as this owner op. You know, some people, they want to put money away every week, so that when you go home, your deductions is not falling on top of you, and you're literally not working for free. I mean, whichever way you cut the pie, it's all the same. It's just bugged out, man. I really didn't think this was I had no idea this was gonna happen. No idea. It's just bugged out. Especially when these e-logs come into play, and something as stupid as this about an appointment time, and what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? It's bugged out. Anyways, I just wanted to share my my 2 cents about that, my situation. Looking forward from this, you got to start calling these. You got to start calling your appointment places and making sure that the appointment time is set up so that you can succeed and you don't fail. You got to start doing everybody else's job pretty much. And that's what it's gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to start calling everywhere. Everywhere I pick up a load, hey, I'm coming in at this time. Is my appointment time set up? And what's fucking retarded is these appointment times, they don't mean shit, because it's not like they setting up appointments time so that they can unload you faster, and they got trucks going in and out and out. No, like, you're sitting on a dock. Even though you got an appointment time, you're sitting in a fucking dock for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. So what the appointment time is really set? What is the appointment time for? If you're gonna take this long, you know what I mean? It's just bullshit. It really is straight bullshit. If you guys like this video, the ugly truth or whatever, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're a new person watching this channel. This is Bro Trucker, and I know this channel is pretty new, but I'm working on putting up putting up more videos and stuff like that. I've been so busy, this first 2 months of being an owner operator. I've just been kind of focusing on the business, and I haven't really put much time to this YouTube stuff. But I'm gonna come up on here and do do some more live feeds and put some more video. We got a comment here. Chris, let's do a shout out. Chris the Legal Hustler, bro, what's good? What's up, man? We're just fucking waiting here, man. Playing the wait game. You know how it is. It's funny because I came out of the military last year, and we got a saying in the military: hurry up and wait. And literally, it's just like the same kind of deal, man. You hurry up and you get to the shipper, and then they're like, okay, wait, because the appointment time's not set up, or this, that, the third. So it's like hurry up and wait game, Man, I fucking hated that shit. But anyways, looking forward from this, you gotta call these places now. Every place you go to, you gotta call that you're gonna deliver to. You gotta call and make sure that that appointment time is set up, because you can't risk knowing that somebody else did that. You know what I mean? Like that a broker did that, or whatever the case is, and what if he didn't? What if he just it just fell off his mind, his or her mind, and it falls back on you? Then you're not the one doing the miles or the money, and you're losing out ultimately. It's just bugged the fuck out. That shit is it's really bugged out. Anyways, some interesting things for next week. Sorry, it's getting hot in here. These watermelons are gonna get bad. It's gonna it's hot out here. This watermelons is gonna get spoiled, so we're gonna see what the hell happens. on a on a follow-up video. But this week, when I'm on home time, after I enjoy myself a little bit, I'm gonna be installing the APU. So I think I'm gonna make this video for installing the APU. I think I'm gonna break it up into a lot of segments, because it would just probably be an 8-hour video or something like that, if I decide to record every little thing. So if I just break it up, some probably people want to watch this portion or this portion, and I think, let me know what you guys think about that. If that's the best way, to show the video how to install an APU on your truck. And I'm gonna be installing it myself, mechanically savvy, and I hope you guys enjoy that. If you might not ever install APU, but at least more or less the components that go to it. So you might have to troubleshoot your APU one day, and it might help you out. But I got it painted up and all that. I'm gonna be installing APU, washing the truck. What else? What else was the things I gotta do? APU, wash the truck. Oh, I'm doing the oil change, and then that's another video I wanted to do. The first oil change. And I'm gonna be doing the oil change myself, and I'm gonna be recording so that if anybody feels brave enough to do the task, you guys have the arsenal to do it. I'm gonna be getting the parts from Fleet Pride. I gotta set up an account there, and that's what's looking for Hometime this week, because this is the first time being going on Hometime as an owner op. So it's not always gonna be like this. It's just this is the very first time I have to take out time, to work on the truck and that kind of stuff, Anyways, though, if you guys like this video, again, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I know it's a new channel, but I'm working on putting more content on there. So if anything, stay tuned. I got more videos coming, and that APU install and changing your oil, and that's gonna come out. I'm gonna be doing that next week, and hopefully in a week after that I should be dropping those videos, so you could save yourself some money on that. All right. Anyways, catch you guys later. This is Bro Trucker out.